Hey, welcome beautiful people. Mambo vipi guys. Again we are back. This is the second edition. Remember first edition ilikuwa kali sana. This is the Unfiltered Campus Vibe brought to you by the Talanta MKU definitely, and we are back with the second edition, and definitely in the building I've got two beautiful ladies again. Hi guys.
Hi.
Mko aje?
Maze
mna glow tena for the another time. Mna glow daily, day by day. Tunarudi hapa changes. Tunarudi. Lakini msiseme God kila siku jamani.
God siku zote.
You guys mkwaje?
Tuko poa.
Your recap weekend imekuaje? Your week how imekuaje?
Mimi kwanza nilipoteza sauti.
Kama iko kila mahali baridi ni mob, but my weekend has been
hamna watu. Hamna watu.
Mungu ametosha.
Ni Mungu tu amewashika.
Tuko na Yesu. Bwana Yesu zote.
Anyways guys, karibu sana. Today you have got very beautiful topics for you guys. We are bringing you the best of the best maze. Alafu sana kama uja subscribe, make sure umesubscribe. Kama umewacha comment yako pale. Alafu fanyaje? Share na mabeshte yako, share na memori wako. Tufanyaje? Negotiate hizi vitu, alafu tuambie feedback yako, si ndio? I go by the name General Official. I'll be your host for tonight. Definitely here.
Hi guys, my name is Wanja Mwangi and welcome back again to the second edition.
Yeah.
Love that. Muliniita nimewajibika ndo mimi.
Kabisa.
Yes, hello lovelies. It is yet another day where we get to grace you with beautiful and amazing content. I go by the name Abindegwa, and we have a lot in line for you, so stay tuned and welcome back to the second edition. Mungu wangu. What am I saying?
All right. So guys, you know what? Again by the wiki by the manza vibaya though. Wiki manza vibaya. We have lost one of our best artists maze. Anajulikana kama Betty Bao maze. We lost her, and maze, may she rest in peace actually. It has been a very hectic week. Tulianza last month tena ikakuwa mbaya, alafu this month tumeanza vibaya maze. But maze, ni mambo ya God. Hatuwezi jua plans za God, si ndio? You guys, anything about Betty Bao?
Okay, first of all, I used to love Betty Bao. Nimegrow na huyo artist, honestly.
Kabisa.
Murima babe, any Murima babe knows Betty Bao.
Hey, sure.
There's this song that I used to love, ilikuwa inaimbwa Goma dogo ka experiment shakuna. You won't do your experiments with me. I am a God's child.
Nilikuwa nasikiza wanasema nyimbo zake maidhezi ilikuwa so touching. Alafu kuna hii latest one alitoa tena nasikia ni ngori vibaya sana maze. So maze tumepoteza a talent maze, one of the beautiful talents. Alafu imetachwa semob. Abu ushaipatana naye, si ndio?
Well, mimi kama msanii definitely have interacted with a lot of people in the industry. And Betty was an inspiration to me. I loved her music since the time nilikuwa tu mtoto. My favorite was 11th Hour. I never really understood the message at that time, but nakumbuka I used to go to my neighbor's house na mwambie nicheze tu hiyo kwa sababu alikuwa na CD. Unaona kitambo ilikuwa ni tu CD.
Kabisa.
Kama kuna watu wana relate. Gen Alpha, I'm sorry kama ham relate, but nenda namwambia tu nicheze tu hiyo 11th Hour. I never really understood it, but later on coming to listen to the message, it's something that we relate to. And in as much as it's sad that she has departed, I feel like her legacy will always be remembered.
Definitely.
She carried a great legacy, especially in the music industry, with her music, with her charisma. Like I don't know, she's a legend in the industry.
She's a jam.
So we will always carry on her legacy and heartfelt condolences to her family, to the entire nation.
Kabisa. Also to Pastor Kanyari and the family, the former husband, the former owner. Maze, poleni sana kwa familia, receive our condolences all the way from the Unfiltered Campus Vibe team. Mungu afariji maze. So guys, maze, we've been together. Last week we were talking about some other things, and juzi nimekaa hivi maze, niko kijani. Alafu all of a sudden, ni purple ama pink? Unajua si wanaume
purple.
Sisi wanaume tumekuwa unajua mimi niko colorblind tu, acha tu nijitetee. So niko zile za nimeingia Instagram kila mahali kwa note yake, kwa story profile imechange, niko zile purple, what's going on guys, niko zile rada, mpaka nikaandika kwa note, niko zile za naona purple kila mahali, kwani rada. So you guys mazee munichanue juu up to right now. Okay, nimeshaelewa kiasi and I got you guys. So like you guys unajua madem mnakuanga na hizi vitu, yeah, mnieleza deeper mas about the purple stuff and why the purple, why like mbona mna choose purple, like what does it represent, like all of a sudden boom the purple color kwa kila profile. What is happening? What is happening?
Okay, so the purple is a color for change. It represents women for change. The reason as to why hata mimi yangu ya TikTok iko purple. Ladies till November 21st. There are femicide cases that have been going on, and they are at a very high rate in South Africa.
Okay.
And we are, as ladies and as women, supporting also our South African babes. We are together with them, and to show our support, even though we are not there like physically, we are there with them, and we want them to know that they are supported. There are people who have their backs, and
Wanza umeka yako Abi, umeka profile yako
yangu ya Instagram tapata, especially kwa notes. Yeah, because I also feel it's good to stand with our fellow women, because this is not something that is only affecting South Africa. We've also had great cases of femicide in Kenya. Was it some time back? Yeah. And we were marching on the streets because this is something that is affecting so many people, and especially in Africa. I feel like a lot of women are dying due to gender-based violence, either from partners or even ex-partners, and it's an issue that has raised great concern, and we really need to address the issue and face it head-on. So I don't know, but okay, yes, we've also had cases where it's the other way around, where women are actually doing it to their people, but na feel iko sana targeted kwa wanawake.
But unajua, I've been seeing that and mostly in South Africa ndo ni kama amefungwa macho ya kila msee right now, because if you say Kenya, definitely Kenya, I mean it has been happening. Kenya kwanza, it has been happening, but now unajua nimekuja nikaona like the focus now goes to South Africa, actually South Africa, and you know most people like South Africa. Alafu right now niko zile kwani it does, kwani happen kwa Kenya, why only South Africa? And you know niko zile za actually a question I was asking myself is this, why is it that when it comes to ourselves tunajeka kando kidogo, but now tukisikia ni country nyingine like hapo sasa tunakuja na ile mioto, tuko zile za yo mazee, unajuaje tunasimama na girl child, but now when we come back to Kenya, it has been happening, and I'm like, why are you not speaking for Kenyans? Why South Africa?
I wouldn't say we don't speak for Kenya, because if you've been following, a few months ago we were marching on the streets to address the issue of femicide cases in Kenya. We had the boards, we had t-shirts, we had capes, all that signifying that we are fighting for change in Kenya. I just feel like right now we've not had a lot of cases being out there to the public. You know, if it doesn't get to the media, then we won't know.
Exactly.
So that is what I'd say. But if Nikitu like iko out there, people will actually know it and face it.
But you know, like femicide, unajua, if we talk about that one deep, we dig inside it, unajua, sometimes I may say like in vitu, sometimes women wanajitafutia hizi stuff, like okay musinipige, women wanajitafutia hizi stuff, you know, because if mimi ni mwanaume, yeah, nimekaa tu pale, and then all of a sudden a lady to like, let's say niko na do si ndio, and then ifike pale like nimetafuta tu a lady, niko zile za maze tufanyaje, then tuchangamke, and then I don't understand uko zile kesho dema naamka nasema mbona sijui nini imefanyika, niko zile za we were partying, alafu uko zile za oh no sijui ufue kuniguza and stuff, and I'm like yo alafu na find such cases do happen by the way in Kenya, whereby ladies like on a Friday mostly unapata like they just, I don't know, sijui niita aje, najua mtanipiga lakini mtanisamehea tu, like you guys okay, sijui says it a cheap but you guys find like mnapata tu Friday mmepelekwa tu like msame yo uko wapi, tokea tunaenda hapa, and then things do happen by the way when you are under influence of drugs and stuff. Alafu kesho yake mnaamka mnaanza kulia ho ho ho. What do you have to say on that to your people?
Okay, personally, I feel like femicide is a wide mix. And for me, there's a yes and no to it. Okay. So the yes part is where some ladies, they don't take much account whatever they do. Like unaenda sherehe, sikatai sherehe si mbaya, but unaenda sherehe na mtu. These are people you don't see. These are people. This is just someone who entered into the DM. He or she was like, "Hey, tunakaa fiti, tunafika Naivasha, si ukam." Then you without even doing background, research on these people, unaenda. So that can be a cause. That is where the yes comes in.
Okay.
But then the no part. Okay, this is where some men cannot keep it in their pants. Allow me to that. Some men are perverts. Right now we are having a lot of cases of men sexualizing even, because you can't tell me it's okay for a man to look at a 4-year-old. 4-year-old, mtoto hata hajapoma, and you see it right to just defile that. Like that's even a mental case. Like that's a Matare case.
I got you.
So as much as kuna stuff going on, there's a yes and no to it. Both parties are contributing.
But now, if we come to your B, if you say like nimesema kuna the yes and the no, but now there are many other things that are gonna lead to this violence and stuff. Yeah, unapata I was seeing and kuna a certain girl alikuwa anasema if you say that transport modes kama hizi tunapita magari and stuff, unapata like umeka pale kwa gari. And then, okay, before we go into that, before I give you that story, ile like umeka kwa gari tu like, alafu msaa kuguze. Would that be, yo?
Mimi na feel tu nimekasirika, because I don't know, in as much as we want to say there's a yes and a no, no amount of toxicity, no amount of wrong is worth killing someone. Hakuna, mimi hata tuko tuna date nilikuwa nimefanya okay, not cheating, ama useme tu ati nilikuruka, I don't give you peace. No amount of what I can do is equivalent to my own life. You taking my whole life like hivyo tu, it's very wrong. Like mi sijui na feel tu nimekasirika, and men need to learn this thing that you need to respect women. Mereza issue meka tu mtu anakuguza. Mimi I have had so many cases unatembea tu mtu ako tu hivyo tu anataka tu kuku. What the hell is okay, what is wrong with you? Like ni nini umevuta hiyo asubuhi yote ama jioni ama anyway.
But no,
what I want to say is hakuna kitu atufanye nini iko equivalent to taking someone's life. You need to respect that person, and if you feel imefika ni mahali hauwezi sasa endelea na yeye, call it quits, move on, go and get your peace elsewhere, achana na huyo. You're not allowed to lay your hand on a woman, and yeah, definitely from women, because we also have cases of women beating up their partners. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to touch a woman without her consent. Yeah.
So unajua like I've studied and I've realized this kitu ina cause that unapata like when a girl is a woman is going somewhere alafu anatumia these modes of transport, tunatumia wote matatu and stuff, but no, the dressing unapata mwanaume ako zile za oh damn this girl yo, alafu unapata tu like nile tu like amekuguza tu accidentally. Yeah, amekuguza tu accidentally. Really?
Okay.
Okay, unajua mimi I'm not seeing any problem. Like tuseme tumekana wewe kwa matatu and then I accidentally touch you. Does that ina cause unitusi? Uko zile za
wewe unaguza wapi? Umeguza wapi kwa?
Okay, let's say mikono, mapaja, maybe. Yeah. Yoni makosa. Literally you see the way ladies do dress nowadays, especially I'll talk especially of Friday, because Friday I always see a lot of crazy things out there, and because oh my god. So me sometimes I don't blame the male gender. Me I don't actually, because at the moment people like they go through a lot. Unaweza jikuta tu like accidentally umemguza, alafu kwa zile kijana unaguza nani, oh nini, alafu unasikia tu pum ishakuwa kesi, and I'm like really ladies mnataka Mnataka nini?
This is I feel what you're saying, because at times we are, okay, in as much as we normally say my dress, my choice, how you dress actually shows your value na mali umejiweka. Kuna vile unaweza vaa, and honestly mimi nikiangalia I can't respect you. And definitely with men ni watu wa kuona. Ni unasemangaje, they love what they see. Yeah, the visual people, like any kitu ataona, and in as much as yes, I'd say my dress, my choice, your dressing tells someone how to respect you, what level of respect they should give you, and if that person will value you. So we should also be very careful what we wear and where we are going. The people who are around us. Juwezi valia tu nguo iko tu huku chini, you're fully exposed, and you don't expect people to look at you and to want to accidentally touch you. You know?
Okay, Wanza, if we come to you, and I want both of us now to happy. Okay, if you dig up the causes of this, the gender-based violence, what are the causes according to you?
For me, I'd say entitlement. Entitlement.
What do you mean by that, entitlement?
Entitlement. I'm gonna give that story from a personal experience.
Okay, sure.
So when I had joined in 1.1, so in 1.1 I had met this person. I'm not gonna mention names. I guess I'm gonna get to meet a Niger.
Mwite jina yangu tu. Ita tu jina yangu, Kim.
Kim. Okay,
Yeah.
let's use Kim. For example, I met Kim in 1.1, right? And this guy was cute. Honestly, right? And I'm not funny enough, I'm not even the one who made like the first move. He just saw me and he was like, oh goddamn, you cute, me, because we met actually through a friend.
Okay.
There's a friend of mine, I was in a mixed school in Japan. So the guy tulikuwa na yeye shule moja, that is ako sasa alikuwa coincidentally alikuwa the same hostel as this guy. So we started talking with this guy, honestly. And it was nice, you know, the first 2 weeks, the
Honeymoon
first 3 weeks.
Definitely.
Let me tell you, love is in the air.
Una feeling dunia uko nje ya dunia.
Saki madhea jua lakini, you know, tuko msichana alikuwa na anaonyeshwa mapenzi. You know, and kidogo, you know, you have to vet someone background in you. So this person will show you a version of them. You fall in love with it. And then later, now they become the real themselves. So say ananza to it's let me tell you, this is how entitlement starts. If I am not with you, I can't talk with anyone else. Remember, I have a life outside you. I have friends. I have my family. I also have to text to others, you know. Hizo calls za usiku zinaweza kuwa za mathe ama mzae, you never know, things do happen. It may be from my best friend. That is not how it started. Unaona kidogo nikipigiwa simu nataka kujua nani ananipigia, but wewe ukitaka kujua nani vita.
But unajua mimi naweza tetea boy child. Msako in love.
That is not love, that is obsession.
That is obsession.
There's a
Obsession
difference.
ni love.
Hakuna.
Ladies mnataka by the way mnatakanga wanaume wako obsessed na nyinyi. Msidanganye.
Kim, acha nimalizie ndo ujue.
Alright.
So this is the level of extent to which ilienda, right? So I'm talking with my friends and all. So there's this time amenipata sasa, si nimekwambia we met through a friend. So I was in this friend's room. So tulikuwa tuna hang out too, you know, and you see venye unaweza kuwa, for example, I'm watching something through my phone, alafu niamue nikuonyeshe. Tumepata hapo tunacheka. Kijana alikuja akanitoa nje, akanigonganisha kwa ukuta. Literally in the name of unafanya nini na yeye. And I was like, no, you see that?
Yo. That's what they do?
Okay, at first I was so confused because wewe kama unanishika. Mimi hata mamangu alitapangi at this my big age. Who do you think you are? You know, I have to ask those questions because what made you and what made you feel like you have the right to kunirushanisha hivyo? Like unafikiria wewe ni nani?
Wow.
You know, I had to run, you know. And after I ran, bro, flag. Unajua
niko na kaa chini imagining.
Maana venye mimi katoto kadogo.
I'm imagining. Yo.
Yeah.
Like this guy. Yo, that one is crazy by the way. That one is crazy.
Yeah.
Sasa unajua this guy, okay, let me tetea wanaume kidogo, but si tetea hiyo kupigwa. Chill. let me finish my
Nyamazi
point.
tu.
Let me finish my point. Wajua, okay, actually he did bad. There he did bad kurushanisha kwa ukuta and stuff. But now unajua the level of thinking ya wanaume, unajua sometimes alikuwa overthinker.
Sana.
Okay, so if you find an overthinker, actually unamjua. There are some things overthinkers hawataki, and there are some things overthinkers unajua nikikuja hapo nikuje niminge tu all of a sudden mimi sijui mlikuwa mnaongelea nini, alafu napata mnacheka cheka mko zile cringe niko zile za what the hell, you know. Sasa niko zile za munadu, but now he had no right. So is that what you call the entitlement?
Yeah, feeling entitled, feeling like you own someone. To a point yenye utaki kuona akifanya anything, utaki kuona akiongelesha marafiki wake, you don't want to like anafaa tu kuwa na revolve around you. Because this guy was giving the vibe of if you're not with me, you're not supposed to be with me. And he actually used to tell my friends that my gun is nobody's friend. So unaona, it used to piss me off because at the end of the day, see, I have a life outside.
Yeah.
Lazima niende class nitara. Siwezi mimi I'm a very social person. At the end of the day, I'll have a friend here, a friend there.
Okay, so now we decided the first one is the entitlement.
Yeah,
it causes the
entitlement.
GBV. Yeah. And the other causes apart from the entitlement part and stuff, what really causes this gender-based violence, like when the ladies kupigwa and stuff?
I can also say fear of rejection.
Fear of
Rejection. Like unapata, okay, there was a certain girl tulikuwa na same high school. I don't know if you can remember the girl who was killed in Kenya Mass. Which 2 years ago, we went to the same high school. I'm not trying to remember.
10 or something?
Wanjiko. I can't remember.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2-3 years ago. I can't but we went to the same high school. But alikuwa mbele yangu kidogo, alimaliza mbele yangu. And then like I saw she was murdered by her boyfriend. She found out that the guy was involved in some sort of goon-like living, and then she wanted to call it quits, but the guy couldn't take it. Like, mbona unachana na mimi? Like, why are you breaking up with me? And I've also had cases when I was doing my research, like ati alimpiga juu, like aliamua hamtaki tena, like let's just call it quits, let's both part ways. But okay, first things first, we're not married. We're just dating. Okay, not that dating is something light, but I'm not fully entitled to you. But the entitlement is also a thing. Like when I feel it's like you own someone. Just because you're dating them, you feel like you own them. You don't own this person. They also have a life outside. Kuna watu wanamtegemea, she or he has their own families. So yeah, fear of rejection. Hutaki kuachwa, like una feel kama I don't know. This is not love. That is obsession, and it's the evil kind of obsession where you feel like, oh, dem kama hayuko na mimi, she can't be with anyone else, and so the best thing to do is to kill her. And then later on, umemuua, then what next? What follows? That her blood will haunt you for life, and I feel like people should just learn how to accept rejection. Kama haiwezi. And just because it doesn't work between me and you, it doesn't mean that it shouldn't work between me and someone else, or between you and someone else. We should accept that, like, si lazima, si must.
Okay, so now you've talked of fear of rejection and entitlement. I want to take you back, guys, kitambo kidogo. If we talk about the cultural stuff, vitu zilipita za kitambo, you know, that is where now like hizi stuff zilianzia, and you find that you know, if you go to South Africa, actually the things that are happening in South Africa isn't vitu like we can avoid them, but now unajua iko kwa culture yetu. If you come back to Kenya again, you find it, you know, like we have got different tribes in Kenya right now. 47 iliongezeka ni 43 ama sijui ni 47
Ziliongezeka kweli.
ilikuwa 42.
But I guess right now they are ranging from around 47 to 50.
Yeah. Ziliongezeka, sijui kuna Hindu, sijui kuna
Okay.
So now you find, like, you know, these people, a good example, let's go to the Maasai land. Kitambo, they used to have that, what do we call the circumcision of women, you know, and you find, like, you know, in a culture ilianza kitambo, and before you change that culture, by the ukwanga very, 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 very hard. And I thank God by the right now Kenya, we are doing great when it comes to circumcision of women. And do you guys feel like the gender-based violence ilianzia pale, like stuff, and if that with you, Abby?
I'd say yes. Because you'll find a lot of, okay, maybe most of what I have to say is from experiences, from personal experience,
Yeah.
and also from the experiences of other people, and especially having grown up in a family where my dad was violent. So it's something, okay, it's a heavy topic for me. So
Take heart, take heart.
yeah, I'd say culture. It's okay. I'd say culture contributes a lot because you'll find at times you're in an abusive marriage, but unaambiwa si hiyo ndio hali ya kukuwa mwanamke, hiyo ndio hali ya kukuwa bibi. So you have to respect your man. Elewa as in mwelewe. He's a man and he has the right because you as a woman, you're little compared to him. He's the head of the family. He has the power. He's the all powerful, almighty in that marriage. So we mwelewe tu ni mwanamke. And you'll find parents, women calling their mothers and like, oh, he's abusive. And the mother is like, hapana vumilia, hiyo ndo hali ya ndoa. Hali ya ndoa ndo nini? Being with a man who's abusive, si hali ya ndoa.
Exactly,
It should not be the case because that means if a man can lift his arm and akugonge, he does not respect you. He does not value you. And you'll end up 6 feet under the grave. His life gets to move on. Utabaki tu hapo. Umeka like you know more. So I wouldn't okay, I would really say culture has contributed greatly, and how our mothers were raised. Wakijua it is okay, it is okay. Because growing up and I'm like, Mom, why don't you leave this marriage? Like literally, everyone is telling her leave this marriage. It's toxic for you. It's toxic for your children. Akozileza no, it's it's marriage. I am committed to this man. Ni hali ya ndoa. Ndabo unavumilia mpaka lini? Because I remember the last time sasa ndio she was like enough is enough. Like he had literally lifted a knife. We were I was kind of think I was 2 or 3 years old.
Oh.
And then my mother happened to push him outside the house and he locked the door. And he was like, if you won't let me in, then I'll burn you. Like nitawachoma ndani. And he actually went and got petrol and he started pouring it. No, my mom had to call the police and the police came and intervened. It was a whole thing. I'm like, why did you allow it to get this far before you actually saw that it was wrong? Wewe ulikuwa unavumilia, but what do you think that kind of impact leaves to children, to young people? I know of another family where the sons up to now are violent with their girlfriends because they grew up knowing it's okay because their father was violent towards their mom. So I mean, si ni sawa, si pia dada na kwanga hivyo na mom hajaimwacha tangu tukiwa watoto, so it's okay for me to lay my hand on a woman because amefanya vibaya and I have to correct her, but you're not her parent. You're my husband, we're partners in this, so why are you laying your hand on me?
But unajua, okay, if we compare the cultural ways, you've given us a very good story by the way, and I feel that unajua the way we were raised, you know, wazazi wetu kitambo, if you speak of our mothers kitambo, like the way they were raised, like unafaa kufanya kazi mwanaume, and you find like up to nowadays by there are some ladies who are like, unajua hao mamangu alinifunza hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. So unajua me right now, mimi hata napikia msee wangu, napikia boyfriend yangu. Unapata like a girl of your age, our age mate, ako zile anafanya the wife duties, you know. Alafu so unapata kizoesha boy child ako zile za okay, so you can do that. Very nice. Yeah, taking advantage. And you may find that, you know, like the way our girls were brought up, the way our boys were our men, our women were brought up, it actually inachangia sana kwa the gender based violence. A reason, okay, a good reason of that, I have this example, you know, there is this I have a good friend of mine, a girl too, and you know the way she was raised, okay, from the people of Kalenjin, my people, you know, our culture in a state that, you know, like unafaa kufanya kazi mwanaume, you know, like we kazi ya kufua, unampikia, unamprepare asubuhi before atoke, you know. And this girl was like, aliingia tu campus, same with you too, akafall in love pale, and then now makosa alifanya akamove in na umse, because literally she was like, yeah, ni mazeni niko in love, it's heaven, yeah, ni buy your flowers, yeah, I was like, it's heaven, but actually it was promising. For the first 2 months, 3 months, it was promising. I nilikuwa naona hopes. And then now after some few months unapata unapigiwa simu, because she's tulisoma naye primary and high school, we were good friends. And unapigiwa simu late in the night. Kim, niaje uko wapi? Mwanzo usikie msi amefika amelewa. Mangumi, pum pum. Mimi nataka nitoke hii kids. So jamii hapo mimi siwezi fanya kitu mazee. Mimi siwezi fanya kitu. But again, I always tell girls, why do you guys ignore the first red flags here? Why do you ignore the first red flag? because mi kitambo msee afike like hapo definitely ungekuwa umeona. And wait, this question comes to you. Yeah, because uko na experience. How come umeshaona red flags? Like why do you guys ignore?
Okay, as I had said, unakuanga na ile hope, you know, hope that maybe one day he'll look at you the same as he used to, and everything. And before I continue, ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies, do not perform wifely duties when you're a girlfriend.
True.
Be a girlfriend. Haujaoleka na huyu mtu. This person is not entitled to you. This person is not supposed to dictate what you do and what you are not supposed to do. Yeah. You are in control of your life. Because we rely to a hope of maybe one day he'll change.
Yeah.
Maybe one day he'll look at me with the same eyes he used to. You know, kuna zile apologies. Because let me tell you, this is how the guy used to do. Okay? Angefanya hivyo ama niongeleshe vibaya, because you know they start with verbally abusive.
Yeah.
Unaona ameanza kusema kitu, ameku downgrade in some stuff. Ama na feel, you know, because you're a lady, you're not supposed to be doing some stuff. And then maybe, okay, personally, I have a job. Okay? So ungepata like nikisema naenda job, ako like mbona si unalipiwa na wazazi, mbona uko job, mimi hiyo ni kazi ya mwanaume. You know, such things are what I'm talking about. You know? And then the apologies of, you know, I'm sorry. Atakwambia sorry mara ya kwanza. Okay? You're living to that hope. Okay? See, I apologize.
Definitely.
Amekubuy your flowers, amekubuy your gifts.
Tuko fiti.
The second time, he does the same thing. The time he raises his hand, now run. Hata usi run. Mimi niligoja time imefika to an extent niko hapa serious. But then I'd say usigoje. The moment you start, this man is verbally abusing you, that is, he's literally disrespecting you in your face, and we do not allow disrespect. Me personally, I'd rather wendo kaniongelele na uko nje. By the way, mimi sijali. Bado naishi, bado navaa vizuri. I will still walk with my 4-inch heels, head held high, na hakuna kitu utafanya. I'm still living life. But then when it comes to disrespecting me right in front of my face, now we're gonna have a problem.
So now if you say that, is gender-based violence, is it based only on kupigwa peke yake?
No. I'd say it's also, as I had said, inaanzanga na emotional torture. Emotional torture, mental torture. Umsiako passive aggressive, verbally abusive. You know, it starts with the small nitty-gritty stuff.
Yeah.
And then sasa inaanza amekurusha kwa ukuta the first day. The next time amekuekelea slap. Next time ni ngumi. Next time amenua kisu. Next time you're 6 feet under the ground.
Oh. Now, let me just question for you, Abby. Okay, if you say like about this boyfriend stuff, but unajua ule msee mwenye fall in love, right? Alafu ule msee like mumekaa naye, kuna watu wamekaa by the kwa relationship for 3 years, 3 years, and then now you find out that umsa hakutaki tena, bana umsa ataka kuache ako zile za unajua una imagine by the recently tuna imagine mazi after all 3 years, alafu unapata zile za nikiacha udem alafu nimuone na Andrew pale, nimuone na Kevo pale, ndio akintasikia unasikianga damu inachemuka. So Abi, about that, do you feel like gender-based violence, is it based only about the, if I say this, mimi kama mini boyfriend yako, right? And then now tumekaa kwa nyumba, am I freely comfortable to touch you like mini boyfriend yako? Yeah, so like will I be abusing you nikikuguza tu like randomly?
Okay, from my own perspective, let me say that from my own perspective.
No, remember uko in love, eh?
Niko in love.
Yeah.
For me, we are dating.
Yeah, you are dating.
Na kama nimejileta mpaka kwa nyumba yako, that means I have given you access to me. Juu nimejileta in the first place. Si hujanilazimisha or anything, plus we are dating. So I honestly wouldn't say that it's wrong. Okay, hiyo ni mimi. Mimi sijui watu wengine wakwaje, but mimi, I don't know, like, yes, hold me, that's okay. Especially in this chilly weather. Anyway, just saying. Yeah, I would say it's okay. kama
it's okay for
date.
you.
Because man nimejileta mpaka kwako, so meaning if I wanted you not to touch me tupatane huko nje basi in public places, let's go out have dinner, alafu kila mtu ende zake.
What if now umekuja alafu tuseme tuko na argument kidogo, like tumeargue, tuko vizuri, hatuko poa, alafu nimekuja nikakuza au usinishike unadu nini, alafu napata out of there wrangles tunaanza kuvutana hapa na pale, and I'm like you're my girl yo, alafu mko mmejamiana, would that be abuse?
Okay, let me just say this. I think it's also best to have boundaries. In as much as we are dating, it's good for us to have boundaries. There are days where you just feel like, just give me space. All I want is space and peace. And I feel like it's good for both of you to communicate. Elewa mtu wako. If they want space, give them space. But don't intrude into like their boundaries. Asha kwambia like hataki. So give them space. Let them cool. Kama mlikuwa mna argue because now you're back and forth. That is what brings a lot of arguments end up into you saying things that you end up regretting, and then maybe now into the violence if it ever gets to that point. So I feel it's good, in as much as we are dating, let's both have boundaries and learn to respect each other's spaces. If I want space, give me space. Be my peace.
Yeah, exactly. About you Wanza, una support hiyo venye amesema.
Yeah, that brings us back to entitlement. Let me tell you, whether we are dating or not, my no means no.
Yeah.
Okay? My no does not mean maybe. My no does not mean a yes. Okay? Nikikwambia right now I need some space. Right now usinishike. I'm not in the mood of cuddling. Just give me, I also need a life to collect myself. As I had said, there's a life of me out of you. When I ask for space, I ask for space. Now, because I am your girlfriend, that doesn't give you the right. Actually, that's abuse. That doesn't give you a right, whether we are married or not. That doesn't give you a right to touch me. That doesn't give you a right to sexualize me. If I don't want it, I won't. Despite najua mimi wako sikatai. So we have those moments where definitely. We are together, we are everything. There's love in the air and all. But if your lady tells you it's a no for today, take it as a no. Don't force yourself on them. Their no doesn't mean a maybe. Yes. Yeah.
Unajua hizi ndio vitu vile zinaletanga hizi story. Hizi ndio vitu zinaletanga namba tumeargue. Mimi nimeamka vizuri, nimeamka asubuhi. Niko zile so ndio naume tunaamkanga kama tupo bro fanya aje twende nalo. Asa unapata nimeanza tu kwa touch and stuff, yeah, but above 18 for now. Nimeanza kwa touch and stuff, but now you feel like morning ladies sijuka vile experiencing morning mnakuangaje by the way, because in morning tunakuanga zile za tuko energized tuko zile za bro tumeamka na power. Sijuka nyinyi mna feeling hivyo, because me I feel like most of the thing ladies, does it happen really with you guys?
Okay, from my perspective, acha nijipe experience na mimi mwenyewe. Mimi sijui, I can't speak for other ladies, I can't speak for you as
Abi will tell me, you will tell us also.
For me, from my own experience, kuna asubuhi sitaki uniguze tafadhali. Lakini kuna wakati niko ovulation, mwili ni moto. There are those times. So, when I tell you it's a no, lakini tafadhali itikia. Lakini ukiona kuna time mwili ina respond, twende nalo. Kwani iko nini?
You are
Mimi.
Kumekuwa kugumu kidogo, saa ingine ni ngumu.
Okay, Mimi, honestly, my mornings are very, I don't know, Mimi, sijui namkanga tu na energy gani, like Mimi asubuhi tu wetu niache tu. Like just give me peace. Mimi nataka tu nikae tu nikiwa peke yangu. I start my day nikiwa tu kivyangu. The best we can do is just pray ama cuddles. But Mimi tafadhali mimi usinitegemea asubuhi. Asubuhi Mimi it's a no.
All right, I got you there. So I want to take us back to what is happening in South Africa. If you start with you, if you can tell us what is happening in South Africa and for how long this campaign has been going on and for how long will it go on?
Okay, right now, the protests, because they're going to be protests, the protest is scheduled on November 21st. This month 21st.
It will be on a Friday actually.
And the theme is black and purple. Okay. And this is to represent all the ladies, in remembrance of all the ladies who have been defiled, who have been killed, and yet the perpetrators are out there.
Yeah.
Because that is exactly what's going on. Unapata msee amedefailiwa but this person hata niende ni report aje. You know, people say in this world we work with connections.
Yeah, exactly.
Pate huyo mtu labda najuana na watu huko ndani. So definitely no matter how hard I'm gonna try, at the end of the day, this person is still working free. And yesterday I was going through my TikTok as I was doing my research in this whole thing because nimeianza hata last week because it's you know it's mbona uchukulie mtoto future yako. Maybe that child was to be the next that child was to be the next maybe Whitney Houston. That child was to be the next Winnie Mandela, you know. Why would you destroy a child's future just because you couldn't keep it in your hands? So and yet you're walking freely. You know, that's the most hurtful part.
Yeah,
so people are not safe. We can say we are safe.
So is it only in South Africa ama ina happen to like
I'd say apart from South Africa, even Africa at large, Kenya we had this tumetoka kuifight juzi
and it's still
and it's still happening, it's still going on, ni venye haijafikia media. So I'd say it's not something that's only happening in South Africa. So even as we support our South African women, South African babes, let's also remember also the souls that have been lost through this gender-based violence, femicide cases, also in other countries.
For you, Habi, have you like interacted with some things about South Africa, about what is happening right now in South Africa?
Over the past few weeks or months, for it to get to a point where it's now a national alarm, the percentage of women dying because of gender-based violence in South Africa is really, really high. And that is why women have gathered together to say, no, like enough is enough. We have lost enough souls already as it is, and we have to stand for ourselves because the government isn't doing anything. I mean, as you say, perpetrators are walking out freely. Watu wako tu sawa. And I think it's high time people stopped normalizing these things. You know, okay, some time back I was talking to a friend and I was telling him, like, sasa wewe imagine now you with your girlfriend and stuff and she happens to die. Like, what? As in, hutafeel hata guilt ukienda jela and stuff, and he's like, si must niende jela. And I was like, okay, what do you mean? And he was like, I mean, you just, aliniambia, okay, these were his exact words, hakunanga kesi na mfu. So if I happen to kill you and I get rid of the evidence, ama ikijulikana kama mimi ni first suspect because we were dating, say I'll just go pay the police and we're done, na hii kesi inaisha. And confidently he said that. So I think it's high time men stopped normalizing these things. Man, this is someone's life you're taking. It's not something that is normal, and that is why we are standing with South Africa to show the world that this is a global crisis, and we need to address it as it is, as high. Okay, I don't know how to say it. It's a really heavy thing for me. Wanaume tu. Anyway, but I also feel like it's also high time for ladies to actually know their worth.
Exactly.
And don't allow anything less than that. Set boundaries, and not just when it comes to relationships, but also even to friendships. Have boundaries that cut across to your friends, to your person, everyone. Have boundaries, and run with the first red flag. Don't let love make you stupid. I was there, Wanja was there, and we've learned from our mistakes. My mom learned from her mistake, and her life was so good after that. So I'd say let's not wait until it gets there. Usiseme experience is the best teacher for you. No, learn from other people's experiences, as in na ukwe sharp. From now, mimi niko na mantra yangu nasemanga tu, think like a man but act like a lady. Mwanaume venye wewe unafikiria si venye anafikiria, so no, think like him, think like a man but act like a lady. Always be 5 steps ahead. Sawa? And don't date a man who doesn't love you. Don't date a man who's heavily obsessed with you. Like, where you'll just see it coming and run with that. The first time you say it, wewe tu ondoka tu hapo. Don't let love make you stupid. Because when you're stupid, you're blinded by so many things. Na ni vitu mingi sana utaacha tu ziende tu for the sake of you're in love. You're not in love. You're in a very stupid place. And okay, let's call it as it is. Let's call a spade a spade.
A spade, yeah, sure.
So tujiheshimu as women. Let us respect ourselves. And when you feel like it's really heavy, address it. you don't have to tell it to him directly, but if you can get a place, because kuna mtu mwenye unaogopanga at time you're afraid na nikimwambia sitaki and he actually ends up killing me. So talk to someone else who can help you out.
Okay, if I come to that, do you guys feel like the boy child amesahulika? Because right now even the boy child tunapitianga abuse by the way from ladies, but now unajua the society we are right now, I feel like the ladies wako more protected than a man, because right now mwanaume akikuja aseme like mazee mimi kuna venye dem amenifanyia, maybe that guy yuko zile bro unafanywaje na dem kitu kaa hiyo, we ishia. And again if you talk about rape, yeah, nowadays by the men are being raped out there. So before we dig inside, don't you guys feel like somehow wanaume tunasaulika kwa hii dunia? Do you feel like if you start with you Wanza alafu tukuje kwa Abi?
Personally, I'd say yes in some way. Yeah.
Kuja tu pande yetu kidogo tu mkuja tu pande yetu for now, yeah.
So for me this is my point of view in this group. So unaweza pata like nasema mmesahaulika. For now kitambo you know the society was a male dominated society.
Exactly, yeah.
And right now ladies wamepewa a lot of, they have been
empowered,
they have been exposed to education, a lot of ladies are learning. So unapata the society has imeficha huyu msichana to a point kidogo kijana ameanza kusahaulika.
Exactly, yeah.
Like na at the end of the day bado yeye ndo anaexpectiwa, as a man you're supposed to do this, as a man you're supposed to do this, as a man you're supposed to provide, as a man you're supposed to, you know, have your own place, as a man you're supposed to support your people, nini. So hizo responsibilities zote I can say yes.
Tunasaulika. Maza asante kusimama na sisi. Abi kwa tu pande yetu kidogo tu.
Okay, yes, in as much as a lot nilikuwa nimekasirika tu na wanaume, let me just say I'd say yes. Wanaume wanasahaulika. And you'd find it in so many things. Okay, let's talk about the gender-based violence at the moment. We've had cases where it's actually the man who is suffering. But how many people go marching on the streets to say enough is enough, or like men,
Yeah.
It really happens. It really happens. We've had cases of men being raped, but how many times do you hear it on the news as a thing? Watu wanataka kuna hashtags. It really happens. So I'd say yes, wanaume pia wanasahulika sana. And I also feel like we women contribute a lot to making men pia kama ni kusahulika. You'd find that at times it's hard for a man to confide in someone vile ana feel mentally ama emotionally, because you need to achieve kama atabebwa kama akiwa weak. Men are considered weak when they open up, when they let out the feelings. Oh, manaume afai kulia sijui nini, so you're considered weak. And it's definitely other men pia wana downgrade wanaume wenzao, na pia wanawake wana contribute sana, because why on earth as a girlfriend would your boyfriend confide in you something very personal to him, and then you go out talking to your friends sijui hata analianga anafanyanga nini? That is very bad. And that inaua esteem ya mwanaume to ever like letting out how they actually feel. So I feel wanaume wanasahulika sana, and we also need to address that issue, because they matter too. We cannot move forward without men.
Unajua, and by the way, to add on that, I feel like unajua the currently like now tunasema ladies wamekuwa wengi kuliko wanaume.
It's true.
Alafu baadaye nilikuwa na check hizi ladies washaanza complain ati wanaume waendangi sherehe, sijui ni ladies mostly ndio wako kwa sherehe. Sijui mono staff kweli. Sijui kama umeona.
It's most like wait in a Kikuyu concert something. Unapata tu auto ni wanawake tu. Where are the men? Hawako.
But now I was seeing that thing now, but then nilicheka and I'm like, and again back in my mind I was like, enyewe by the boy child tunaumia, because right now the society mazee right now ukiangalia, if we look up, out of 10, 7 of those men are going through something. Their mental health haiko stable, like they are going through something. So unajua right now I was seeing a friend of mine kitambo kidogo he was raped actually. I remember nilicheka though. Nilicheka but
unacheka kitu kama hiyo.
See, it was funny the way he come, they alikam alikuja tu na iko zile za mazee keep mazee mimi acha nikuchate kitu tulikuwa watatu okay Kim chill wa show so he came and he was like hey mazee Kim acha nikushow jana nilienda kufanya kazi huko mazee ukaendaje mazee nimefanya mboka unajua okay ule msa alikuwa anajituba ile aweza kuwa msa wa kufua yeah and like alafu he was muscular kiasi alafu he was yeah another pull because that is what I told him actually but he felt otherwise so alienda kufua kwa madhe akaenda kufanya kazi ya clean the compound stuff kukata maua and stuff and then during lunch time this lady starts harassing him this lady anaanza kuwa touching so back in the mind back yeah ako tu sawa ako zile za simini mwanaume hizi vitu tu and you know like whatever happened it happened but unajua ilimu affect up to currently right now anaweza kupigia story na kalia because unajua he was like this lady he had no right but at that point hakuwa anajua because ameishi ku grow in that mindset mwanaume kama mwanaume huwezi kuwa raped hiyo ni kitu cha kwanza mwanaume huwezi kuwa raped kitu cha pili mwanaume unafaa kutake wewe jionyeshe wewe ni bazuu muonyeshe wewe ni bazuu Yesu na ametaka yeye ametaka bwana alituchepea story nikacheka ndio nikakuja nikakaa chini and I was like that was abuse and I told him but hii kitu unaonaje should you report bado unajua saa akireport and we were just playing like tunacheza tu nini like but enda kwa polisi tuone vile atafanya and this guy unajua alienda kwa polisi unajua polisi walimtapiaje first unajua okay it's funny yes it is funny it's funny unajua umeenda kwa police station kijana ni nini mbaya
Yeah, that's
Okay,
situation is embarrassing.
it's embarrassing unajua ndio maana nakwambia up to this point akiweza kuchapia story sahihi unapata tu amelia all of a sudden because ile za how touching was it alafu alienda kwa polisi akamwambia polisi unajua ni aje nilikuwa nimeenda hivi kufanya kazi hivi and this lady started doing this then jana kijana toka hapo na usirudi wewe ni mwanaume bana hiyo kitu enda finya tena ambo hivyo hiyo kitu wewe enda finya tena ndio and this dude was like okay mnashtuka yes but unajua it was like and akuja akatuambia story nilikuwa kwa polisi na nikaambiwa hivi and hivi and I felt like no that is why I'm saying right now the boy child right now ana ile haki unajua tunaambiwa like sisi ndio tunafaa kusema sisi kwa society tunasema unajua alafu tunapata hizi story inafanyika and inatu affect mentally but now we cannot speak because right now ukispeak unakuwa degraded memory yako atakuona aje mazee ule manzi yangu fulani ataniona aje because niko sure msa ataipigia manzi yake story kaya hata aipigia memory yake ni vile tu sisi alitupigia story because at that time it was kinda like unajua hii story inaenda kwa chape memory mazee but ina affect to up to right now so my question comes down to this now you know like if we talk about women kuna those kind of women who are toxic there's those kind of women wanakupeleka into that because ile mazona kama wewe ni mwanaume usifanye kama wewe ni mwanaume sijui if you guys are that way by the way
Yeah.
mshafikia sasa nini nawapeleka pale alafu mkiguzwa kitu kidogo
Niguze kama wewe ni mwanaume. Niguze.
alafu sikia ona vile unanipush tukagwe wewe ni mwanaume si ndio ndio mimi hapa nipige kani mwanaume
Nipige.
alafu mnajifanya mnaweza pigana can you really fight
Unatoa kifua. Unatoa kifua nipige kama
I can punch.
useme kweli
I can punch.
ile uchunga ama tu ile ya
I can punch. My brother, I learn from the best. Me and out there,
bado
I
unajua
learn from the best.
so what do you guys have to say about these women like these women are pushing really their men unajua like say like very peaceful but now the woman the girlfriend oof another thing have you guys experienced something of that sort and what do you have to say about that
Okay, personally, I've had toxic friends. Toxic female people. Like kuna mwenye hadi niliambianga akiweza ni cross mimi nitamsu. Like that is how toxic she is. she's toxic, she's manipulative, she's so unapata mwanaume pia ya anachoka. Anachoka because you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and as much as I want to really take you in, inafika mahali unashindwa pia. And that is why unaona at some point it leads to even like really stuff like that, unapata amepigana. Yeah.
So you've got those kind of people. Abi, have you ever experienced any kind of exotic, what do we call it? Toxic, you?
Okay, hata mimi nishaikuwa toxic.
Bring tea.
So mimi bidhi tuelewani tu like ujue tu mtu una date. Like okay, from what I'd say, in as much as yes at times we want to blame the boy child, utaamka tu asubuhi ukipiga story simu aliamka tu akuja kutoka nipiga. There is something you must have done definitely. So I guess it's also okay. It's very important for you as a girlfriend or even as a wife to just know mahali huyu mtu akifikishwa haizi like wewe ujue tu anakuwa tu naturally na anger issues, lakini mtu ukimsukuma the first thing you think of doing is hitting you or pushing you to the wall, and then afterwards sasa kwa zile nimefanya like nimedo because hafikiri akiwa amekasirika. And if you know your person is like that, then usim drive to that point. But also kuna wale tu wenye if it's just naturally in them and you feel it's too much, please leave with the first time it happens. So yeah, in as much as ningetaka kutetea pia wanawake, pia sisi at times we are toxic and we get to push men to that point. Yeah.
And if you go about the government, how does kuna venye government imerespond if you come to Kenya? Mmesema demonstration war ilikuwa, si ndio? About this gender based.
Yeah.
Did the government respond? Because sikufuatilia about Kenya by the way, and the awareness was not that much big. It was just something like it came up. So does the government, has it failed when it comes to gender based violence, how to handle it, and also how to handle both women and boy child? Starting from you, Hamza.
I feel like honestly, okay, again, I yes and no. Okay. The reason my yes part is unapata kama venye amesema your friend who alikuwa amesema ati huwezi kesi na mtu. So already he's ignorant because anajua hata ikipeleka huko haitafanyika, like haitakuwa that big of a deal. And as you have said also from experiences,
tuko nazo ziko
as you have said, your friend aliambiwa aje, if the government take risk, like those are the people who are supposed to be protecting us. But how comes nyinyi ndo tuna support, like nyinyi ndo tunategemea, but then when we come to you shana za but then no part I go with, for example, when there was this activism ya femicide in Kenya, imenyamaza for now, but the cases are still going, but they are not as much as, because when it comes to tulikuwa na some people who are arrested and they were taken in accountable for their actions. So again, it is a yes and no question. And how should the government make sure that haiachi, like equal like now a completely yes. When such a case is reported to you, please make sure that imefuatiliwa, the accountable people wameshikwa and they are accountable to their actions.
Exactly. Abi, about the government on dealing with this.
I'd also say it's the same thing, like yes, I wouldn't say that the government doesn't do anything totally. I'd say the government tries to do something at least, but not as much as needed. Like, let me say that, because why on earth is that, okay, kuna mtu ameua mtu mwenzake, si ndio? And kuna witnesses, like there is evidence he actually did it, like hata yeye mwenyewe ata confess. Why is the case taking 6-10 months for him to get arrested? Why is it taking that long kwa koti? Oh, sijui hapana amefanywa, until before this person gets sentenced, like why is it taking that long? So I feel like the government should act as fast as possible to send a warning to people out there that this is something we take seriously as a government, and actually feel, I think kunafaa kuwa na laws. Kama vile walisema here media, if you do something kuna sijui how many years unafaa, I guess it should be like that. If you're guilty for a certain act of crime, you've killed someone because you're partners and all that, or you've been violent to someone, you've raped someone, kunafaa kuwa na hii kesi, this is the kind of, na hata hapo Tanzania kunafaa kuwa na pesa ya kutoa hapo tu, like wewe fungwa tu. And yeah, I feel the government needs to do something like that to actually show its seriousness and the kind of weight that it carries. Yeah.
So if we have talked about how women venye handle this stuff and how they are affected, and venye Abi ulikuwa umesema kuna this kind of women wanakupush into it, so unajipata tu umefanya all of a sudden. So like what do you feel like, what should women change to end this? Like mnaweza kuwa tu like hii kitu imekuwa imefanyika, but now the reason yenye imekosiwa ni the woman, not the man. So what do you guys have got for this lady out there, and for what women should change such that this stuff kama the gender based and stuff isifanyike tena, kupigwa isifanyike tena? What should they change in their day to day life?
One thing I feel women need to do is to hiyo tu ya kwanza to know your worth.
Yeah,
and understand your value and don't settle for anything less than that. If he cannot give it, someone else will. So don't just focus on this one man. There are a lot of men out there. If he doesn't give it, someone else will do it. So understand your worth. Because kuna vitu tu utaona tu, man, don't stomach hiyo wenye alikuwa anasema abusive people, don't stomach that. Mtu the minute amekuthreaten, wewe nitakupiga, that means it's something that has crossed his mind and he'll actually do it. So know your worth and understand your value, and also try in as much as possible to be your man's peace. Understand your partner. If you know akikasirika na kuanga hivi na hivi, try as much as possible usiku na fuel hizo emotions zake. Like amekasirika ni sawa, you're also mad, but calm down, be the bigger person, because you know how he'll react. Just give him space. Akitulia, you guys talk it out.
Exactly.
And don't wait until imekuwa too much for you to run away. If you see it coming, leave. You're not there to fix him, let the world fix him. Yeah.
Exactly. For you, Wanja?
For me, I'd say Kim and Abby. These are my remarks.
Yeah.
Before you get into a relationship, be emotionally stable to accommodate someone in your life.
Exactly.
If you're not emotionally intelligent enough to accommodate anyone, hizi vitu si mas, hautakufa. Hautakufa. You're still young, especially if you're in your late teens and early 20s. You're still trying to figure out your life. Why are you a full wife to someone?
Exactly.
Huyu mtu hata hajapeleka ng'ombe kwenu.
Oof.
So be emotionally intelligent to know your worth, as she has said. Know you, understand your value. You know, talk it out. You know, sit down with your partner, have a mental good conversation with them. You know, because hakuna venye nitakuwa na wewe and you can as your girlfriend, I'm supposed to be your peace. Okay, and if you have anything disturbing you, tunafaa tuketi tuongee. So even you as a man, okay, be emotionally intelligent enough to know when and when not.
Exactly. Alright, so Mazee, thank you so much. If you had mimi kwanza kitu nimejua leo, it's not a must. It's not a must. Kitu ingine, jitoe hapo, usilenge the red flag, jitoe hapo. So Mazee, you guys have been very productive. This has been one of the best, Mazee. Nimelearn vitu more by the way. I just want to know about gender-based violence that much though, but I guess today I'm going out there. Something I've got a message for the people. So Mazee, we wrap it there for today, and thank you so much guys for coming again. Thank you so much for showing up, Mazee. It has been something amazing. And before we finish, ambia your social where to find they can find you. Sasa kama wanataka advice nimeona you guys Mazee IQ yenyu iko top notch. Yeah, your socials and stuff tukimalizia.
Okay, so hi guys once again. So mimi mtanipata kwa TikTok at @wanjamwangi, Instagram Holy Ruby, HOLL_YRUBY. Yeah. I'm a mental health advocate. So if you need to talk about something, reach out to me. Let's see how we can help.
Kabisa. Abi.
Hello, it has been a wonderful session. Our second edition has been amazing, and I am happy to have had the chance to be part of this. So you can find me on Instagram at Abby_Ndegwa, on TikTok Abby_Ndegwa, Facebook Abigail Wangoi, and on YouTube Abigail Wangoi. Mimi nafanyanga vitu mob. So you can just reach out to me. I am an actress, a commercial model, a journalist, and I love Christ.
Alright, so Mazee, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mazee, we're happy there for today. Mazee, it has been productive, it has been educative, and mostly it has been entertaining also. I hope you guys umechukua kitu pale home. Alafu Mazee, tunashukuru sana for your support mafans wetu mazee. This is the second edition. Make sure umefanya nini, umefinya kengele, finya subscription button, alafu pale notification finya tena hiyo kitu, alafu mazee tufanyaje, let's tuchangamke, you know, we interact this, mtu ambie mnafilaje kwa comment section, tuwaletee nani pia kwa hii podcast yetu, si ndio? So mazee, that has been my time mazee. This is the Talanta MKU, this is the Unfiltered Campus Vibes brought to you by the Talanta MKU, and I've been your host General Official. See you in the third edition my people. Bye bye, you take care, and mazee nawapenda. Bye. Next time.
Bye.